I'm sorry.
Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and due to technical difficulties, welcome to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and not World of Warships. I hope to have a World of Warships video out tomorrow. We're still in Kuttenberg, and we're on the trail of what is starting to look like a serial killer. We've just spoken to the town scribe who had been investigating the cases, but has since given up. We're heading back to the cemetery to poke around into the background of the latest victim, Yarka, because something doesn't quite add up. Everybody who knows her says that she was a good, pious girl, but the mother of the household that she last worked at said that she threw her out for being a slut. So something doesn't add up.
Father, I need to ask you a few questions.
I don't have time for theological discussions, my son.
That's not why I'm here. My name's Henry, and I wanted to ask about the murder that happened recently. Someone killed and gutted a young maidservant and left her body lying by the city walls. And I hear it's not the first time this has happened.
Another one murdered. May the Lord grant her eternal rest. Why is it you ask?
I fear for my sister. She's also a maid.
Yes. Fear for those close to you is commendable. What would you like to hear?
One of the other victims was a girl named Yarka. But I reckon you know that, don't you? What can you tell me about her?
About Yarka? She was an ordinary girl. She served the von Groll family.
Where did you know Yarka from?
I knew her since she was a little girl. Knew her family.
And?
I was her uncle. When my brother and his wife died, I took care of her.
You raised her? A priest with a child?
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not the first of the clergy to have a child on the side. But at least everyone knew Yarka wasn't my own daughter.
How does a Catholic priest raise a child anyway?
How does that even work? Did you have her with you at the presbytery?
When she was small, I could. But when she grew up, she had to go. It wouldn't look right.
Yeah, but what I meant was, how would you even know what to do?
No offense, but how did you know what to do? Without a wife, without a family? I would have been lost.
I was a bit, son. When she was smaller, it was fine, but when she grew up a bit, maybe I was too hard on her.
Why do you think you were too hard on her?
Yarka was an orphan, with no family and no possessions. Her only chance of a good life was a good upbringing. And then, a husband. But the more I led her in that direction, the more she resisted me.
He means the more she became a teenager and he had no idea how to handle it.
How did she rebel against you?
She wouldn't listen. She ran away. She ran around with all sorts. And how did it turn out? She died. And in sin. Such a disgrace.
Starting to get the picture, but disgrace how exactly?
Disgrace? What the devil are you talking about?
She was pregnant! Even if she had lived, what then? Nobody would want to marry her anymore.
And that explains why the mother of the household she was thrown out of accused her of being a slut.
Why don't you respect Lumir?
That's my business. You needn't concern yourself about that. I won't tell you anything.
Yeah, what does he have against the scribe who was investigating the death?
Come now, Father. I'm not just asking out of curiosity. This is about all the dead girls. Isn't it written in scripture, speak up for those who have no voice?
A layman quotes the Bible to me. Fine. Lumir accused me of her murder.
What?
Yes. He slandered me in public.
And how What happened then?
It turned out he was deranged. How could he even think such a thing? He's finished in Kuttenberg.
Well, that explains Lumier's drunkenness.
Who do you think killed her?
William, that pig of Satan. He gambles in the tavern on All Saints' Day and leads the locals astray. Yarka always went there to listen to music. I'm sure he got her with child.
It's the first I'm hearing of this guy.
Why do you think it was William? Do you have any evidence?
Evidence? He's a skirt chaser, a tool of Satan. He messes with poor girls' heads.
And does anyone else come to mind? No other man spoke with her?
No, absolutely not.
You're well off, though. Couldn't you provide for her?
I couldn't. Even if she had been my very own. More so, since she was my brother's.
But how come?
The church's property always remains the church's. They keep a close eye on that.
I've heard enough, Father. I'll be going.
Son, I'll give you some good advice. Don't listen to Lumiere. That man has gone completely mad.
Right. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of answered the questions that I had about Yarka's background, but it also hasn't. Because everybody that knew her apparently said she was a good and pious girl. And raised by a priest. I mean, yeah, that tracks. But then the mother of the household that she was thrown out of shortly before she was murdered said that she threw her out because she was a slut. Which kind of implies that the son of the household had something to do with... You know where I'm going with this. I mean, it's not exactly unusual, is it? And yet the priest is saying I should go and check out this William fella in the tavern, who is the one that he thinks got Yarka pregnant. But if that's the case, well... I mean, I was going to say then why would the mother of the household she worked in give a shit? But I mean, having a pregnant, unmarried maidservant working for you, living under your roof, I mean, everybody's going to suspect that your son is the one that got her pregnant. So I can kind of understand why she would have thrown her out. But I mean, medieval gossip, everybody's going to suspect that anyway, whether you threw her out or not. Which does kind of beg the question, why is nobody pointing the finger at the son? Why is the priest in particular sending me to the local tavern to look at this William fella? Unless I'm barking completely up the wrong tree and there was no son in the household that Yarka was thrown out of, that she worked as a maidservant for. Clearly I'm going to have to do further digging. Meanwhile, more than one of the girls who was killed either worked out or frequented the People's Popular Front of Kuttenberg's favourite stomping ground, the Hole in the Wall. So here's where I'm going to start asking questions next.
Are you Sternad? The one that went with Stanya?
Who the fuck are you?
Just an ordinary bloke who has some questions.
Well then, piss off. You won't get any answers here. All you're gonna get here is a kick in the teeth.
Tempting though it is to kick the living shit out of this arsehole, I suspect I'll probably get better answers if I stay on his good side. So.
Why so rash? That kind of attitude will do you no favours. Let's make a deal. You tell me everything you know about Stanya, and I'll make sure you're no worse for wear.
Ah. You're the lord what that whore robbed. Don't worry about it. She weren't nothing but a lying bitch.
So, if I understand correctly, we can make a deal?
For the right price, I'll tell you all I know.
Oh, 30 groschen's nothing.
Is this the right price?
You fucking bet it is. Ask away and I'll tell you everything.
Where can I find Stanya?
Aye. That's what I like to fucking know too. Last time I saw her... Well, that'd be back when she managed to fleece you.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to find her.
I can well imagine. Well, she went to Ravstein Mill. It's quite a long ways away. She had some unfinished business with some bloke called Pint. Ain't nobody seen her since then.
What can you tell me about Stanya?
What do you want to hear? I try to keep her out of trouble, but there's just no helping some women.
So you were taking care of her?
Well, just in front of the others. Other than that, she did what she wanted. Always made her mind up and did things her own way.
So you weren't too fond of her?
Not really, no. But she did have a knack for making coin.
Did she have any friends or lovers who'd know more? Did anybody come here to see her?
Who come to see that bitch? She was always off somewhere, seeing someone. Although, once...
Someone came to see her?
Well, aye. Some stuffed frock came here once. All old and decrepit. He said he had some job for her. That she should leave behind her sinful life and all that shit. But he left empty-handed. She told him to go to hell.
Do you know who that priest was?
Some fucking Prokop or Pravoslav or some such shit. But that reminds me, I saw her a couple of times with another bastard. That fucking bard, William.
Oh, really?
And could she have run away with this bard, William?
With that lily-livered fop? Well, he ain't been seen in town for some time, but I think someone was out to get him. He still don't come here no more. He plucks that loot of his in the miners' tavern. The wee shit.
What do you know about this priest?
Not much. Seems they knew each other from before, and he had some job for her somewhere, serving as a maid or something. But she weren't stupid. She told him to fuck right off.
And did he go?
Aye, indeed. He didn't look like the kind of fella that would knock some sense into a woman. I think he just told her if she changed her mind to come and see him, or some shit like that.
And could she have changed her mind and gone to him? And that's why nobody's seen her?
No. She took off. I'm sure about that.
I've heard enough.
So that's two different people with connections to two of the murder victims. William, the bard, and Father Prokop, which is worrying.
What can I do for you?
Did a Stanya work here?
Stanya? Maybe. It depends on who's asking.
My name's Henry.
Names don't interest me. The main thing is whether it's a good guest or a bad guest asking. What kind of guest are you, Henry?
What does it matter? I want you to tell me something, so you should tell me.
Kindly leave it up to me what I should or shouldn't tell you. So, I'll ask you again. Are you a good guest or a bad guest?
I'm a fucking bad guest.
A bad guest.
So that means you're just going to badger me without even buying a drink. I don't tell nothing to fellas like that.
That's what I get for letting my temper get the better of me. All right.
So pour me something then.
Something. That'll be beer then. See now, fella, you're going to be a good guest in the end. So, ask away.
I want to know if Stanya worked here.
She did. And she don't know more. What's it to you?
I heard she disappeared without a trace. So I'm trying to find out if anyone had anything to do with it.
It's possible. The chamber she was sleeping in here was totally ransacked. The door open. Everything emptied out. And Stanya was gone. All I found were bloody footprints.
Tell me something else.
First, you'll have another beer. Or is it time to pay?
What?
If you want to ask, you have to drink. Didn't you get that?
You're quite the extortionist.
I prefer to be called an enterprising man of trade. So, what'll it be?
I suspect it's probably going to be a lot easier if I just give him some coin.
I'm getting tired of this. I'll give you the money up front, and that's all you'll get. Whether I'm a good guest or bad. Got it? Now you're going to spill it. Got it?
All right.
Did anybody see what actually happened when Stanya disappeared?
No, it was at night. Nobody saw or heard anything. The tavern tends to be empty at that hour. And you won't meet many people on the street, neither.
How did Stanya's room look?
The door was wide open. Most of her things were gone, but some remained. And there was blood all over the place.
Blood? Was there a lot?
Not so much, really. More like hand or footprints, but they were near everywhere. If someone done her in, they definitely didn't do it in that chamber.
What was Stanya like? What can you tell me about her?
A bold woman. One has to be here. Everyone's ballsy here unless you nib it in the bud right away. She was hanging around a bard for a while. I don't know how close they were, but she also had another suitor.
Someone from the city?
No, a charcoal burner. I heard he was from somewhere in the, Verchlitz Valley. I think his name was Barton?
Yeah, but there's that William again.
What do you know about that bard?
What about him? He's a minstrel, a skirt chaser. What more can I say? He called himself William. As far as I know, he plays in the miners' tavern in the evenings. But sometimes he shows up here, too.
You think he might have been the one who...
Now that you mention it, he cleared out of town for a while and only came back not long ago. It could be him, all right. I know he met with some odd people and talked about God knows what, like bloody spies. Besides, you know what minstrels are like. Lasses just flock to them. And like they say, opportunity makes the thief.
Or in this case, a murderer. Apart from those men, did anyone else know Stanya? I mean, more intimately.
Well, I got bad news for you. She had 2 close friends, but you won't get much out of either of them.
Why?
One was hit by a cart, even before Stanya disappeared, and she died. And the other one got married and moved away.
Where can I find this Barton?
I already told you, in the Verchlitz Valley.
Could you be a bit more precise?
I don't know that bloke at all. All I know is he's a charcoal burner. So if I was you, I'd look somewhere around the charcoal kilns.
That's all I need to know.
So the 2 girls that worked at the hole in the wall, Zdenka and Stanya. Zdenka was basically a thief who worked as a barmaid as a cover. But Zdenka apparently knew Father Prokop, who used to come around trying to persuade her to give up her life of sin. It's a little suspicious that Father Prokop didn't mention any of that when we were speaking to him up in the graveyard, which is, you know, a bit suspicious. Even more suspicious, though, is that now we've got a direct connection to the minstrel, William, with 3 of the murder victims. All 3 of them knew him, and he apparently cleared out of town shortly after Stanya disappeared. Disappeared, by the way, same as Zdenka. Nobody actually ever found their bodies. Although given the circumstances of their disappearances, it seems pretty clear that, you know, somebody was up to no good. Stanya's disappearance in particular, though, is kind of curious, because based on the state of her room at the hole in the wall after she went missing, some of her stuff was missing too, which suggests that she was packing, getting ready to leave, because she knew somebody was coming for her. But anyway, William is apparently back in town, at the Miners' Inn. I can't remember the name of the place, but I remember it's down here. And this minstrel, William, is so far very suspiciously connected to all of the murder victims. Well, not all of the murder victims. At least 3 of them. I don't know if he had any connection with the latest victim, the one who's currently lying on the mortuary slab in the cemetery. But there's one way of finding out.
God bless.
Now, where is he?
Greetings.
There he is. He doesn't look like much. But appearances can be deceptive.
It's William, right? I need to talk to you.
What is it? Do we know each other? Do I owe you money?
My name's Henry. And no, we don't know each other, and you don't owe me money. But we do have something in common. We have a lot of mutual friends.
What? What do you want of me? I don't have to talk to you.
True, you don't have to do anything. But I recommend that you do.
Well, you don't have to, that's true. But you should. It's in your own best interest.
What are you talking about?
If you don't start giving me some answers right now, I reckon you'll end up begging in the streets. Because I'll break all your fingers, and you'll never play the lute again, you miserable minstrel.
What? No! Come on, I didn't do anything!
Stop whining and talk, or I'll be the one doing something to you.
Come on. All right then. Ask away.
Did you know Alice?
I know a lot of Alice's. You have to be more specific.
The one they found dead somewhere below the town walls.
Oh, her. I didn't know her, but I heard about it.
I heard she used to go to dances.
Yeah, and? I'm not the only musician in the city. I really didn't know her.
They say she had a rich young suitor. Do you know anything about that?
Me? Do I look rich to you? I get paid in food.
But you could at least pass yourself off as wealthy.
Or I could claim to be the Virgin Mary, but I doubt anyone would believe me.
And did you ever meet Yarka? It was a long time ago, but I heard she used to hang around you a lot. And Father Prokop didn't like it.
Oh, that one. Aye, she was very keen on my company for a while, but then she stopped coming.
Because somebody killed her.
I know what happened was a tragedy, but it wasn't my fault. She stopped talking to me long before that. Honest.
And did you know she was pregnant?
What? Yarka was... That's horrible. Who would kill a pregnant woman?
That's what I'd like to find out. What about the unwilling father-to-be? It wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
What? Mine? I never even got under her skirt. We just flirted a bit, and then she stopped coming by.
And can you tell me anything else about it?
I don't know anything. It was a long time ago. You said so yourself.
And I hear you knew Stanya.
Which one do you mean?
The alehouse wench from the hole. I heard you had something with her too.
Well, she batted her eyes at me a couple of times when I was still playing there. A nice girl, but I didn't know her much.
And the innkeeper Mole told me a different story. He said you were the one coming on to her.
Fine, we had a bit of fun together. But she was always the one who started it.
And aren't you just saying that because she left you?
Oh, come on! I could have any woman, if I wanted. The innkeeper must have got it mixed up. He's an old drunkard after all. If I was you, I wouldn't take him too seriously.
And what about Zdena? You knew her, right?
Do I know Stanya? As wild as the wind and always full of life. And those nimble fingers. You always had to check your purse around her.
Did she steal something from you?
A travelling minstrel doesn't have much to steal, but she was well aware of that. She was on the lookout for some better prey.
You don't happen to know who she wanted to rob?
There were lots. Anyone she thought was rich enough who let her ply her charms for a while. Like young von Groller. When he started coming here, she got to him right away. Said she was gonna rob him blind. As far as I know, she didn't succeed. If she robbed a noble like von Groller, word would get around. Look, why are you asking me about all this? You don't seriously think I killed her, do you?
Well, you did know them all.
And? I'm surely not the only one.
That may be true. But everybody knows you're a skirt chaser, and they were all pretty girls. And now, they're dead.
But I had nothing to do with it!
I mean, he doesn't seem like a killer. He rattles easily, he's not particularly brave, but just how brave do you have to be to go around killing women?
I don't believe a word you say, and I'll make certain you pay for your deeds.
You're out of your mind! I didn't do nothing to those girls. Nobody will believe you.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
I mean, he has an obvious connection to, well, not all of the murder victims. The latest one, Alice, he never knew her. Well, he never knew her that we know of. But just because he's been seen with, so far, 3 of the murder victims, I mean, it's suspicious, but it doesn't prove anything. There are probably dozens of girls around Kuttenberg he's been seen with, and none of those have been murdered and left in a ditch or disappeared in the middle of the night. Then there's the connection between... I mean, we knew of the connection between, who was it, Alice and Father Prokop, because she was his niece and he looked after her. But he didn't say anything about knowing Zdenka, did he? Which was a bit suspicious. And then Lumiere apparently accused him of being the murderer. And yet, I found that out from the father himself. Lumiere didn't say anything, which, given that Lumiere is no longer investigating the murders, and it looks like he's also lost his job as the town scribe, probably because he went around falsely accusing people. which would explain why he wasn't too anxious to pass on that little tidbit of information that he'd actually publicly accused the father of being the murderer.
Did you hear?
Because that's the sort of thing that, if it wasn't true, would almost certainly lead to you losing your job. Which is probably why Lumiere is now the town drunk. So, what do we know so far about Zdenka and Stanya? I mean, I'm heading to... I can't even remember the name of the place. The charcoal burners. To see the other guy that knew Stanya before she disappeared. But Zdenka, who was apparently a fairly infamous thief, and very interestingly and suspiciously, there's that mention of the von Groller family again. Apparently Zdenka was looking to rob the son in the von Groller family, the young nobleman. Just as a quick recap here, because I realise there are a lot of names being thrown around here and it can be very easy to lose track. The von Grollers, as the name would suggest, are the noble German family who live in Krutenberg. They're the family that Yarka, the priest's niece, used to work for as a maidservant before ending up pregnant and having the mother of the family throw her out, calling her a slut. The son in the von Groller family is also the person that Zdenka was planning to rob. And very suspiciously, apparently Stanya had a young noble suitor, although we don't know whether or not this was actually the son of the von Grollers. But it doesn't look good. So far we have a connection to William the Minstrel from 3 of the dead girls. And we have a definite connection to the von Groller boy from at least 2 of the dead girls and possibly 3. And the latest victim, Alice, the one who's currently warming up a slab on the cemetery, also apparently had a rich young suitor. Now, William the Minstrel could match that description, even though he isn't a rich young nobleman, but he could certainly pass himself off as a rich young nobleman. But I have no proof whatsoever that he actually knew Alice. And he swears that he never met her. And while I haven't questioned the von Groller boy yet, and I suspect getting to talk to him is going to be significantly easier said than done, but he definitely is a rich young nobleman. So we've got a potential connection now between 4 of the murder victims and both William and the von Groller boy. Right now, however, I'm on the trail of Stanya, the serving girl from the hole in the wall, because like Zdenka, her body was never found, although it's fairly clear that something bad happened to her based on the state of her room the night she disappeared.
I need to ask you something.
I don't have time for that. Ask the foreman. You'll find him around here somewhere.
Because the one other person that she was known to have an association with, I think his name was Barton, and he was a charcoal burner. And this is where he worked. So he might know something about what happened to her the night she disappeared. Or at least the circumstances leading up to the night she disappeared. Just need to find the foreman. Nope, not him. This is in the big area, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find him.
Did you hear
that's
about
Barton
what the
himself.
bailiff is planning?
No.
What's he
I
talking
don't
about?
care for gossip.
Nor do I, but this is important.
I'm not interested.
But this is about money.
What? Go on then.
He wants to fleece us again.
Damn it. That's just...
Alright, nothing relevant.
I'm looking for someone named Stanya.
You're in a charcoal camp, fella. What would a woman be doing here?
But you know Stanya, don't you?
Aye. You could say that. Why?
I'm looking for the killer of a girl in town. And I heard that someone also tried to kill this Stanya.
That's true. She told me something like that. But that was a long time ago.
So you don't know what became of her?
I really don't know, mate. But even if I did know, how can I be sure you aren't that killer?
Actually, you know what, Barton? You make a very good point.
I wouldn't be foolishly asking around for her then, would I?
Why not? How else would you find her?
Without getting seen by any witnesses.
What do you mean? What witnesses?
I mean you. If I tried anything, you'd remember me.
Well, that didn't occur to me. That would really be stupid of you.
I really only want to talk to her.
Sorry, but after all that happened to Stanya, I like to be careful.
So Stanya is here?
Aye. She's hiding with us. Since that thing happened, she's afraid to even go outside. I don't know what to do with her anymore.
Can I speak to her?
if it'll help you. She's hiding in that cottage, but be nice to her. She's in a bad way. She used to be such a gutsy girl. Take care.
Fuck me, Stanya's alive. Barton didn't kill her. He's taking care of her, giving her a place to hide. From the killer. She may know who the killer is. We have a live witness. Stanya, I can't tell you how happy I am that you're still in one piece.
Who are you? How did you find me? If you came here to finish what you started, I'm not afraid of you. I'll claw your eyes out.
Don't be afraid. Barton told me where to find you.
Barton sent you to me. What do you want from me?
Lumir thought you were dead. I was supposed to find out what happened to you.
Lumir? From the rat house. He sent you.
Exactly. Someone killed a girl in Kuttenberg. Lumir thought it might be connected with you, so maybe you could help us find out who did it.
How can I help you when I haven't been in Kuttenberg since... I don't even know when.
If she's on the run from the same one that killed all the other girls, jackpot.
How are you now?
I'm still awful scared. I can't fall asleep knowing that, and I can't even really leave the house.
You disappeared from the hole in the wall without saying goodbye. Without a word. What happened?
Someone attacked me when I was coming home from the baths one night. I managed to get away, but I was so afraid, I decided to run away from Kuttenberg.
Did you see who it was?
Not at all. I didn't see anything until he jumped out of the shadows and grabbed me around the neck. And he was terribly strong. I nearly blacked out right away.
And how did you manage to break free?
I had an empty pitcher in my hand, and I hit him with it. He howled and let me go, and I ran away.
Here? To the charcoal burners?
No, first to my room in the hole. But I was so scared there. I took what I could and ran. Here, to Barton.
And your lover? What did he say?
At first he was horrified, because I had cut myself on a shard from the pitcher and was all bloody. He's been hiding me here since then.
He tried to strangle her first, and the other girls were strangled before they were mutilated.
Do you remember anything important about the attacker? What he looked like? What he was wearing?
I don't know anything. It was at night. He grabbed me from behind, and then I ran and never turned back.
And what about when you hit him? What did he do?
He let me go, and cursed.
Aha, and what did he say?
He said Scheisse, in German.
William isn't German. The Von Grosser boy is, though.
Seems you're the only one to survive the killer's attack. I know it isn't easy for you to think about it, but try to remember something else about that moment, or when you were running away. Anything can help us, even if it seems insignificant.
I don't know. It's all like in a fog.
You were walking down the street. Did you notice anything before he attacked you?
No, nothing.
You didn't see anything or hear anything?
Actually, I knew the side street wasn't empty. I heard somebody talking, but when I looked, there was nobody there. So when somebody grabbed me, I completely froze.
Did you understand what they were talking about?
Not at all. But there were two voices. Two of them waiting for me there.
Two of them? Serial killers don't normally work in pairs.
It's difficult, I understand. But I need you to think hard one more time. Aside from those voices and the empty street, what else do you remember?
I didn't hear him at all, and then he grabbed me.
And nothing else? Did he grab your hair?
Well, no. He grabbed me by the throat right away and squeezed. Just for a moment, but I still had a big bruise round my neck for weeks. Barton said the man must have had a terribly strong grip, like a miner or swordsman.
That kind of rules William out. There was nothing strong about his grip whatsoever.
You walked home from the baths at night?
What's so odd about that?
Well, at night, the baths are...
Ah, right. I went there after closing. I always brought the girls a pitcher of wine or ale and took a bath while they drank it.
Aha. So that's why you had the empty pitcher you hit him with?
Right. I went there regularly. Every week.
The same way every time?
Aye, always the same way. The shortest one. I didn't want to stay out too long at night.
And who knew that you went by yourself to the baths?
Well, everyone from the tavern, I reckon. I didn't hide it.
What was it like working in the hole?
Well, I earned a few groschen, that I did. But I often had to grit my teeth.
How so?
Every single day I had to put up with their lewd remarks. Rich or poor, everyone wants to grope a girl. People, well, us girls have to watch out. We can't just put up with it, and sometimes we have to be tough, especially in a place like the Hole. But you can't overdo it either. That's no good.
How so?
Because if you smile at them nicely, then sometimes they leave a groschen, or even two. You have to keep a balance. To look friendly, but unavailable.
You said that rich or poor, they all like to grope girls. Like who?
Truth be told, the Hole isn't exactly a good place for a rich man, but young von Groll used to go there for a while.
Is that so? Did he talk to you?
He smiled at me a lot, so I smiled back, but beyond a few groschen, there was nothing more to it. Then this thieving wench started hanging around him and... oh, it doesn't matter. But that servant of his didn't like it, tried to drive her away, and so the young lord stopped bringing him with him.
Von Groller had a servant with him?
Aye, a pudgy fella, well-dressed, but had a mean face. He never said a word or smiled, or even said thank you.
I'm really starting to like the look of this Von Groller fella for the killer.
Why didn't you go back to the Hole?
Just to get murdered there? Are you mad? I'm never going back there. Not until they catch him.
I don't think it was the others, but William did like the cosplay, it being dark and mysterious.
I heard William liked pretending to be a spy. Do you know anything about that?
Aye, I thought it pretty silly. A stupid trick to make himself seem more interesting. Though I reckon he's more likely to attract an arse-kicking than a woman.
Let's just rule out the other possibilities.
Couldn't it have been that innkeeper then? You yourself said he's a pig.
Aye, when he drinks, he turns into a total bastard. All lewd remarks and groping fingers. The lecher. Only when I got to my room, I could hear him snoring. It couldn't have been him.
Couldn't it have been Father Prokop?
Father Prokop? I don't know him.
Well, he's pretty old. He preaches in the Church of St. Peter and St. Paul.
I don't know him. And if he's an old man, how strong could his grip really be?
I reckon that'll be all.
I'm sorry I'm not able to help you more.
You don't need to apologise.
Thank you. Could I ask you for a favour?
If it's in my power.
When you catch that bastard, would you please let me know? So I can finally stop being afraid.
I'll stop by if I can.
Well, see you later. Have a good evening.
I am really happy Stanya is still alive. And not just because she's a useful witness. She's the only one of the victims thus far. I mean, we haven't found Zdenka yet. And Zdenka, she was the thief. She seems like a resourceful type, so there is hope that she managed to escape as well. And I reckon I'm going to have to chase up that possibility next. But I am really starting to like the look of the young Von Groller boy as the killer, because we've now established a definite connection between him and every single one of the victims. Well, not necessarily a definite connection. The latest victim, Alice, we don't know that she was specifically seeing him, but she did have a noble young suitor. And it is all starting to look very, very suspicious for the Von Grollers. Join me in the next episode, where we'll hopefully find out more, including what happened to Zdenka, the thief from the hole in the wall. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope you're going to have a fantastic weekend. And as always, take care.
Slowly.
Catch you next time.
Nice and slow.